the chosen one! It was said that you would destroy the Sith, not join them!
Hey everyone, Thordan Smash here, and today we're going to be talking about Season 18 Ranked. More specifically, what we can look forward to with the devs talking to us actually this morning, what the information they already gave us, and why it can be a little misleading, and what does it mean for ranked rewards going ahead in the future. We're also going to give out 45 bucks. All you gotta do is like, comment, subscribe, and a winner will be announced in tomorrow's video. Without further ado, let's talk about the information. Alright, so let's start off with some good news going into this week. We are getting the brand new Neon Network Collection event. There are a number of skins that you will see right here. The Bionic Bodyguard for Gibby will be sold with 7 Apex packs, and the Nightcap bundle for Vantage will be sold with 3. If you get those, you will be able to get the Valkyrie Prestige skin for a little bit cheaper, and it will save you a little bit of money on the collection event. Now, there will also be a free store in the event that you collect these nodes in trios or duos. Doesn't look like we have a new limited time mode. It's all about the story so far, but as you can see, you get a Loba skin, a 301, some Apex thematic packs centered around certain legends and holo sprays and so on and so forth. This is all very good, and I hope that the event is actually a lot of fun and the storyline goes pretty well, but today we're going to be talking about ranked. Now, there is going to be a dev AMA this morning on Reddit at 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. The devs are already taking questions this morning, as you can see on the thread. However, they are not answering it until it goes live, but there are a couple of things that we should probably be asking about, especially since we just got this new dev thread that gave us some noticeable changes, such as decreasing overall LP gains, adding a rule set that applies to Diamond Plus, along with adjusting ring times to create more mid-game encounters. It seems like they're doing a complete overhaul. However, we did get an EA blog post, and there was a little bit of information in that didn't make a whole lot of sense. For instance, the first thing they did was show us a rank distribution for Season 17, and while you can see that Masters is far above everything else here, for some reason they put it into different brackets, such as 2500, 2600, 27, 28, based on the amount of LP you got. So it makes it look not nearly as one-sided as it actually is. This is something from Esports Tales that actually showed it when you combine them, and it becomes a much more staggering amount. It just kind of feels like they are kind of hiding behind statistics, but not giving us 100% of the information. Another example of this was that they said that the matchmaking had actually been improved. As you can see, it has been increasing up there with the skill rating, and according to them, this is great because it means the matchmaking is working consistently and delivering consistently competitive matches for most players. But that's very confusing because they show another statistic saying this is the time spent idle during the match, meaning that most players in Season 17 just camp to master. So how can you possibly say that the matchmaking is getting better when half the players in those lobbies just simply aren't playing or sitting around in a corner? It doesn't make a ton of sense when you actually compare the notes. Maybe someone smarter than me in the YouTube comments, but I don't know how you can come to the conclusion that matchmaking has improved when players aren't actually playing the game as it's supposed to be played. Along with that, there's a queue time that they are saying the graph shows average wait time by player skill, lower skill on the left end of the axis, higher on the right, and they stated that they still want to go ahead and refine that a little bit as well, but because they said that they believe queue times are too short, contributing to a higher chance you match outside of your MMR, I once again don't know how we can go back to that matchmaking graph skill that's showing that it's absolutely skyrocketing. Just some things that you guys might actually want to ask the devs if you plan on partaking in this AMA. There are a great number of ideas put out by the Apex community right now on how to actually improve it for Season 18. For instance, Tech gave a great idea to keep the general easy rank system, as players who have reached Masters might be a little discouraged with how the ranked is changed next season and might not decide to do it. So the Challenger queue would require you to be Masters, and in that queue you are subjected to competitive and harsh rank system we had in Season 13. Top 750 players in that queue will receive Pred, while top 100 will receive the final boss rank Challenger, which I think is an absolutely great idea and would solve the problem with the casual player base that just wants to rank and get a little bit better at the game compared to those players that really want to prove themselves as the best in their lobbies. I will say though that G Dolphin also brings a great point. When he was reading the EA blog post, he stated that he was incredibly disappointed in this article. It was the first amount of communication that we've received 70 days into the season. We haven't heard any updates, and that it was presented in a way that I could do better in my first year of high school. And I have to say, I honestly agree. Like I pointed out earlier in this video, there's a lot of inconsistencies that just don't make a lot of sense or were hidden behind other statistics. But what I think really needs to happen for this rank system that we get coming into Season 18 is finally new rewards. As we all know, the Valkyrie Prestige skin is getting a dive trail, which means that the Predator dive trail, the Master dive trail, and the Diamond dive trails are now no longer worth anything whatsoever, because simply you can just buy your own dive trail. It doesn't matter. Along with that, holo sprays have been in the game since I believe Season 9 when Arenas was introduced, somewhere around that time, but we haven't really seen any upgrades to it. We know from Kralrindo there was a 2-time HCOG found in the files, and skin cosmetics would be an absolute wonderful way to change change the rank system and make it at least worth the grind to do it. Apex Legends Mobile had this introduced back when we first got Apex Legends Mobile. The fact that you could grind ranked and you got a unique cosmetic skin was fantastic, and why the main game doesn't want to seem to do that is absolutely mind-blowing. Instead, we get ratting to master badges, which is just a concept and a funny joke, but it is true. You just get a badge, a dive trail that people can now buy, and a hollow spray. If ranked is going to excel and keep the player base captivated, they need to start adding more to it to actually engage the community. Let me know down below, are you guys excited for the possibility of a better season 18 rank system? What would you like to see that would actually improve it? And also, don't forget to check out the second channel by my editor Novell right here, who makes amazing Apex Legends content. And until next time, Legends, keep slaying the outlands. I'll see you out there.